Hey guys, Huxley here, and today we got another Outlast tier list for you guys. Today we're going to be ranking all of the trials in Outlast from start to finish. Now this is going to be my personal opinion. I've been playing since the beta, so I feel like my opinion is pretty valid on most of these. And I have played every mission on Psychosurgery, so keep that in mind. This is going to be based off of how fun I think the trial is, how challenging they are, and design-wise overall. And honestly, just an overall all-around aspect on how decently designed these trials are. Because I will tell you, there are some pretty good design trials, and there are some stinkers. So keep in mind, this is my personal opinion, and yeah, we're gonna be ranking everything. Now we are almost at 50 subscribers, guys. I really do appreciate it. Let's try to hit that 50. Be sure to hit a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Huxley content. And if you guys want to see me play Outlast or Dead by Daylight on stream, we do stream live on Twitch, so be sure to go check us out and check out our channel. It will be in the about section of this YouTube video. And yeah, without further ado, let's run it, dude. Let's rank everything. Now, we are going to rank this. I'm going to try to rank it in order if I can find it. Never mind. We're just going to start from start to finish. Biohazard Facility Escape the Lies and Biohazard Facility Amelia Escape, honestly, are both in the similar boat for me. I do think they are kind of boring. Now, the Amelia Escape and Escape the Lies are lore stuff. These are lore missions that were introduced, I think, a year ago, and they were brought back. They were brought back recently. Now, Amelia Escape and Escape the Lies do take stuff from other missions, and they do reuse it, which is why I can't really put them higher. I think for lore purposes, I would probably put them here, because I don't think they're bad missions. I just think they're a little lazy in effect. Now, I get it, it's a lore mission, but the fact that it takes other stuff from other missions, especially boring stuff, like the one where you have to hit all the targets, you have to go around the map, hit targets. I always find that stuff boring compared to a lot of other stuff in the game. So yeah, I would have to put these probably here. They are lore missions, so I think they are kind of cool. But I would never probably go back and play these every day. Not compared to a lot of other missions in the game. Courthouse, Vindicate the Guilty. This is the 45-minute trial. In my opinion, I think this is a good trial. This is definitely a tier trial. Honestly, I'm going to put these in C tier. Not a fan. Not a fan of these. But Courthouse, Vindicate the Guilty. I do think that the Courthouse is an underrated trial environment. People do like to shit on it, but I do think it is actually pretty well made. It has a lot of fun missions in it, and the 45-minute isn't that bad. Probably one of the most goriest and bloodiest 45 minutes, the way you execute the person at the end. But this one has you, the main gimmick in this is you finding the scapegoats and blowing their heads off with these little remote detonators, going around the map finding them. I always found that a little tedious at sometimes, but it is pretty unique and it's fun. And on Psychosurgery, this trial actually is a challenge, which is why I have to put it A. Courthouse, Destroy the Evidence. This is the one where you have to find barrels of acid around the map, and you have to go put acid in the body in the tub in the courtroom. This one is okay. I don't mind this one much. I would probably have to put it in B tier though. This one it can be a little tedious since you can't run with the acid or else it damages you. And in Psychosurgery, that's doing a ton of damage. So I would probably have to put it there. I think it's okay. I don't think I would ever go back to it multiple days in a row. But in my opinion, it's definitely there. Courthouse, Escape the Courthouse. This one again is pretty okay. I would honestly put that above this. Escape the Courthouse is pretty decent overall. This is the one with the gates that you have to go around. It's pretty much just a giant maze. There's nothing really super special about this one. But in my opinion, it's not the worst. So I would have to probably put it there for now. Now, Fuel the Release. This is probably the best one on Psychosurgery in my opinion. I think this one is fast, easy, and an overall simple 15-minute to do on Psychosurgery. I have gotten this one done in like 7 minutes. like solo. It is really not that hard. If you know the layout of the map, it doesn't really change often. So it's actually pretty easy to get around. You pretty much just have to get a can of gasoline, fuel up 3 generators, and that's the whole trial. Pretty simple, pretty easy on psychosurgery too, which is why I find myself going back to this often. So yeah, I would have to put it there for now. Honestly, at the end of the video, we'll probably make some changes. We'll probably do some edits, but I'm gonna have to put that there for now. Courthouse, silence the prosecuted. This one is a little tedious. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably put that there. This is the one where you have to find symbols on the walls. Honestly, nah. This was not bad. This one does take a little bit if you don't know where the symbols are, but overall, I like this one more than this one. Tilt the Scales of Justice, in my opinion, is not a good trial. Tilt the Scales of Justice is annoying and has one of my least favorite things in the game, the blacklight number boxes. Those are the boxes where you press the box, it makes the room go UV, and there's numbers on the wall hidden, either behind stuff, under stuff. It can get annoying sometimes on psychosurgery when there's a million enemies entering the room, which is why I'm not a fan of this at all. But when it comes to Sentence the Prosecuted, you have to find symbols. You can do that on your own accord, and you don't have to press a box in order to find numbers on a wall and stuff like that. It's actually pretty simple to find the symbols, because the little scanner that you're holding, that you need to get the numbers, tells you if you're near a symbol or not. So I would probably put that there. Poison the medicine. Oh man. Overall, I think Poison the Medicine is a good trial. I think it is a very good trial. In my opinion. Poison the I'm gonna move Vindicate the Guilty in B. And Poison the Medicine is gonna go A. Poison the Medicine is the first trial we ever get introduced to Franco Barbie. And this is one where we have to poison drugs, and we have to transport them onto a big cargo ship and then put them in a body. That is pretty much the whole summary of the mission. But the steps that you do to get there are actually unique and fun. This is where we got introduced to the poison stuff too. Going into the poison room, finding poison, bringing it out. Overall, it is a pretty well-designed and well-rounded mission. And I do see myself going back here with a squad, not solo, because this... Honestly, this mission solo is pretty difficult. Cook the Informant. Honestly, Cook the Informant, I would probably put there. It's... The only reason I put it there is because on Psychosurgery... nah, I'm gonna put a B. I'm gonna put a B. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put a B. I think this mission is pretty boring and stale, because it pretty much just takes something that was already introduced and pretty much just reuses it. I understand it's the same trial environment that... Actually, no, it's not even. They got introduced in the courthouse. Yeah, they introduced it in docks, and it's pretty much just a nothing burger. You have to go around the map and cook one guy. You have to pretty much blow off one of the scapegoat's heads. Just one. Not compared to like the 2 or 3 scaling on group size when you went to the courthouse. I just think it's a boring mission overall, and I don't really see myself going back to it, even though it is simple. Because I like excitement in missions. I don't like being completely bored. So yeah, I would have to probably put that there. Empty the Vault. This is pretty much the same thing as Sentence the Prosecuted, except the Docs version. You pretty much go around finding symbols, and you open up a vault, and you grab the loot that's inside. Overall, pretty simple mission, not hard to understand, and I would probably put that there. Poison the Cattle. This one is a little tedious, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably put that B. No, I'll put that C. This one has you transporting poison. Overall, kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. And on Psychosurgery, that shit can be pretty fucking annoying. You're transporting poison, and there's like 50 enemies everywhere. Franco's always camping the freaking place where you have to put poison. And yeah. Stash the Contraband, the docks. Okay, this one confused me the first time I played it. Okay, this is one of the newer ones they added. This is the one where you have to get drugs and you have to place them in barrels. And honestly, the barrels sometimes are hard to find. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I would probably put this here. The barrels on some occasions are a little pain to find. And on psychosurgery, it can be a little tedious, but overall, it's not a bad mission. I would probably put it B. Downtown Pleasure the Prosecutor. This is the 45-minute one. Low key, I would probably put that here. Actually, damn, where would I put this? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put it here for now. It's not fun, in my opinion. I mean, it does add unique elements to the 45-minute, which is something I could commend all the 45 minutes for doing. But this is probably one of my least favorite 45 minutes in the game, because overall it's just not a fun time. This is the one where it has you doing the basically lockdown missions. You're doing lockdown sequences in 4 locations, and each location you're getting a limb in return from a mannequin, and then you go and place the limb into the main theater so you can execute the guy, and then you gotta play Simon Says. On psychosurgery, this shit is annoying. It is annoying. And speaking of annoying, I'm gonna put these first D tier of the list, in my opinion. Liquidate the Union is probably the most unfun mission in this game. There might be like 1 or 2 like missions that trump this when it comes to being unfun, but oh my god, what a terrible ass mission. If you've played Outlast Trials long enough, this is self-explanatory. This one is just annoying. Blacklight missions, blacklight boxes all over the map. The sequence boxes when there's 50 enemies is annoying. Finding symbols on the back of the boxes, like it's tedious, and it's not fun in my opinion. Not compared to everything else in the game. In my opinion, this is not fun. Do not play this mission. Downtown Kidnap the Mistress. This is the one where you have to find a certain mannequin and bring it. In my opinion, I think it's okay. I don't really, I don't mind it that much. I'd probably put it C tier. It's kind of just, I don't know. It's just another boring downtown mission. If you know me, downtown and suburbs are like my 2 least favorite environments in the game. I've always found them kind of just stale. But this one's not bad. I would go play it eventually, you know, once in a while. But I wouldn't play this mission every day. Downtown Spread the Disease. This is one where you have to spread the AIDS, which is crazy to say. But this one is also not my favorite. This one has you bringing bottles of basically disease in a bottle, and you're basically infecting this guy in a giant tub with it. You have to go around the downtown and find 4 bottles. It's a weird mission, and I really do not see myself going back to this mission. Because it always just seems to gross me out too. I never click it. It's not the worst, because it does have a simple environment where you just have to find bottles of stuff. But I never see myself going back for more. So I would probably have to put that there. Downtown, Traffic the Product. This was honestly probably the best downtown mission in the game. In my opinion, I would probably put this A tier. It is a good mission. It is a good mission. It's simple to understand. You're transporting blocks of cocaine on Franco's turf. You gotta bring it to each building that it tells you to bring it to. And then at the end, you grab all the money, you bring it to the guy at the end, and then that's the mission. It's a fun to understand mission. On psychosurgery, it's not terrible. But it is still a challenge, don't get me wrong. Honestly, I would probably put that here. Overall, it's a good mission. It's a very good mission, and I do see myself going back to it more. Fun Park, Grind the Bad Apples. We're on the Fun Park now. Now we're gonna go quick on Fun Park here. Fun Park, Grind the Bad Apples. Good 45-minute trial. Not the best. I do love the environment, the carnival themed, the ride themed. I do love the environment of the mission. On psychosurgery, it is a pain in the ass because you are pushing something to a location, and enemies will see you a lot. It can be kind of annoying. And the pipe step on Fun Park is also kind of tedious at sometimes, especially solo. But if you're with a squad, then it's honestly not that bad. Beguile the Children, this one is honestly not bad at all. I would honestly put this one here. On Psychosurgery, it is not the worst. And the overall environment of the trial 2 is amazing. It looks cool, it looks creepy. And it is pretty straightforward to understand. You basically have to transport 4 film reels to areas around the map, or to projectors around the map. And it will basically give you a symbol, and then you take those 4 symbols, bring them back, put them into a keypad, and that's the mission. Simple to understand, and I do see myself going back to this actually quite a lot. Deface the Futterman. This is the one where you have to hit targets. It's not bad. I would honestly put it bottom of B. This is probably the fun park mission that I never go back to, really. It's because sometimes this one can be tedious on Psychosurgery, or if I'm doing escalation. Because on escalation, I've had unlucky runs where I've had like it lowers my slots to like where I can only hold 2 things at once, and on that mission it's kind of impossible because that means I have to hold one throwable item for one target and then run all the way back and grab another one. That's kind of the reason I don't really like this mission much. And on Psychosurgery, it is kind of tedious. If you've ever played this mission on intensive or Psychosurgery, you know, like this mission can be tedious. Drill the Futterman. This is probably my favorite mission in the whole game. It is fast, simple to understand. Psychosurgery, it's kind of fun. And I just think the overall environment of it is cool. It's just a nice, fast Psychosurgery mission to get done. And when I hop on the game, I normally play this mission every single time I hop on. At least once. Whether it be on intensive, Psychosurgery, if I'm playing escalation, when I get this, it's fun. Yeah, this is probably my favorite trial in the whole game. Or at least one of them. It's up there. Open the Gates. This one is better than Deface the Futterman, but not the best, I would say. I would probably put this high B. This is the one where it has you pulling out electrical boxes, and if you pull out a certain number, it opens a gate. You gotta open 4 sections of them, and then you could escape. It's simple, but I do find it a little boring, in my opinion. Punish the Miscreants. This is the one where you have to find the 4 child mannequins and throw them in the grinder. This one can be kind of annoying, so I'm gonna put this probably low B tier. It's not bad. I do find myself playing this every once in a while with a team, or especially when I feel like we get this one a lot on what's it called? Obviously, we played this on Psychosurgery, but we do get this one a lot on Escalation Therapy. I feel like this one just shows itself a ton over other stuff, but yeah. Fun Park, Redeem Your Freedom. This is the one where you have to get tickets. Honestly, low-key, this one's actually not bad too. I like this one. This is an S tier mission. Yeah, I would put this S tier. I always find myself going back to this one too. Fun Park has 2 bangers. I can't even lie. This is the one where you have to find tickets around the map. It's not tedious because the ticket machines are loud, and it is pretty simple to hold a bunch of tickets and then go and deposit them. On Psychosurgery, it's not the worst. And yeah, I would overall put that there. It's actually not that bad. And I would actually have to put it there for now. Mansion Rebirth. It's whatever. I would probably put it B. This is the. It's not really a mission, sort of say. This is where you go whenever you rebirth, or want to get your freedom. It's overall, it doesn't change at all. I think the only thing that changes are the film reel locations, which can be tedious sometimes to find. But if you have a good rig, if you bring stun, like you could just get out of there for free. I'm not gonna lie. It's really not hard if you know what you're doing. Obviously, if it's your first time rebirthing, it can be difficult. You do have to be kind of decent at the game. But overall, it's really not that bad. I would have to put it there. Cleanse the Orphans. This is an A tier mission. Nice, simple, I've gotten this 45-minute trial done in 9 minutes before. It is insane. Like, it is so fast to do. It's so fast. It's good on psychosurgery, and I actually have a blast on it. Feed the children. Again, another A-tier mission. Feed the children, I think, is a nice, simple 15-minute, straight to the point. You gotta find barrels of bleach, bring it to the bathtub, feed the children. Simple. And I do find myself going back to this with a squad. Orphanage, foster the orphans. This is the one. This one's a little tedious. This is where you have to find keys. I'm pretty sure. Overall, I'd probably put this B tier. It's really not that fun. The key step at the end can be kind of tedious, and finding electrical boxes too. You know, overall, I would probably put it there. Out of all the orphanage ones, this one is probably the one I go to least. This one, I find this one on psychosurgery, or not psychosurgery, in escalation therapy often. Gather the children of God. I would probably put that A tier. It's not a bad one. This is the one where you have to find the 4 mannequins again, and transport them into a van. It's not the hardest thing in the world. On psychosurgery, it can be kind of annoying. Also, I just noticed we have a ton of missions. Holy. Orphanage, reunite the family. This one, again, I would probably put B tier. It's not bad. This is probably one of my least favorite missions, honestly, in Orphanage. But it's not a bad mission, I would say. Police station, kill the snitch. Probably one of the best missions in the game, honestly. It's simple. On psychosurgery, it's nice. Honestly, I would probably put this top 5. Now it might be top 5 in the game. Oh, do I put this top 5 in the game? Nah. Police station, cancel the autopsy. This is where we have to find keys. Honestly, this is probably top 5 in the game. It's simple, fast, easy, efficient. You just have to find keys in 3 different bodies. It's kind of good. I actually do like it. Honestly though, oh yeah, this is tough. We're gonna do some changes. Once we fill all of them out on the list. Police station, eliminate the past. This one is garbage. Do not play this. It's not fun. This one you're timed. It's pretty much a time trial. You have to find as many boxes as you can in a certain amount of time, and put them in the grinder. It's kind of a nothing burger. I'm not gonna lie. It's really uneventful and not that fun. Release the prisoners. This is the one where you have to find. I think this is the one where you have to find a key. Actually, no, I lie. This is the one where you just have to make it to the security office. This was not bad. I would put that in A tier. It's not a bad police station mission, and I definitely do find myself going back to it, especially on psychosurgery, since it's simple. That's kind of a theme with a lot of the police station missions, except for one. But we'll get here in a moment. Sabotage the lockdown. This is the one where you have to find a key. Again, not bad. I actually don't mind that one at all. These two are interchangeable. I would honestly put those above that. Overall, it's really not the worst. And I would definitely probably put those above that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Like I said, we'll make edits at the end. But overall, this is looking kind of ordered, in my opinion. Seize the narcotics. This is D. This mission sucks. Do not play that shit. This is the one where we have to transport bags of cocaine to bodies across the map. Unfortunately, you could only hold a little bit at a time, so it's pretty much just you going back and forth and back and forth, and it just gets tedious and boring. So I would honestly have to put that there. Police station, teach the police officer. This is where we have to find a film reel across the map. It is not a bad trial. It is actually a good trial. It can be tedious sometimes because there are doors that you open. You could open every door on the map besides one, and those doors will not have the film reel in it. It's RNG, which is kind of the only downside of this mission. But overall, it is not bad. It is simple. It is straight to the point. And on psychosurgery, it is a good challenge. Despoil the auction. Oh. Despoil the auction. Where do I want this one? This is the 45-minute resort one. Ah. Overall, I would probably have to put it in low A tier. I think overall, it is a good mission. It is good. It is unique. It is challenging. And with a 4-man squad, it is a good psychosurgery trial. Obviously, the thing that's annoying is the snow, or I guess you freezing to death. That's the only annoying thing in the whole map, honestly. But I think finding the different gems around the map on bodies is unique, and I think the outside portion, as well as you finding the cranks at the end of the mission, all of that is unique stuff. It's unique stuff. The way you execute the victim is probably I would say it's the second goriest now, because the new mission is in the game. But overall, I don't think it's a bad mission at all. I think it's actually very, very good. Resort, solve the murder. Low key, I like this mission a lot. This is one of the new resort missions. At first, I did not understand it. I did not understand how to do it at first. But after figuring out how it works on psychosurgery, I've gotten this done in like 5 minutes. Like, it is not hard to do if you know what you're doing. This is the one where you have to find the murder victim, the murder weapon, and then you have to find the murder room. Now, it tells you how to do all this stuff. It is pretty simple if you follow directions and you actually, know what to do in the process. It is not a bad 15-minute trial, and I think they actually did a good job. And it is unique, which is a big stepping stone. And I do give my applause to Red Barrels. It is a good mission. Shopping mall, kill the politician. This is the 45-minute one. I would have to put this in B. I think it is okay. I never really go back to this mission often, but I do love the twins as a prime asset. I think they are cool. Do I think they are annoying? Sometimes. Yes. I do think that poison is annoying, man. But I do think they are probably one of the coolest prime assets in the game. They are cool, and this is the first time we ever see them in the 45-minute. This one is just it feels kind of stale. It feels kind of stale in a way. It's a 45-minute that kind of feels like not a lot of action is happening. I don't know if that's because of the map layout. I don't know if it's because the fuse mechanic is a little annoying. I don't know. But in my experience, I would probably have to put this there. Especially on psychosurgery, I would probably put it B tier. It's not bad. I just never really see myself going back to it often. Shopping mall, fabricate the scandal. This is where we have to find mannequins. This one is a little tedious as well. I would probably put this low A though. It's not the worst. Obviously the mannequins being RNG is kind of annoying. So honestly, I would probably drop that B. The mannequins being annoying and having to transport them across the map, because the shopping mall is not a small map. It is a big map. So I honestly, I would probably have to put that B. It can be pretty annoying. The mannequins being RNG is annoying. Investigate the Minotaur. This is where we have to transport a jar of random stuff across the map, and you have to open exit gates at the same time. This one is a little better. I would probably put that A tier. It's just the transport mission. Simple as that. On psychosurgery, it is not hard to do because the map is completely dark. You're transporting something, the map is completely dark. It's going to be hard for enemies to see you. Overall, it is a simple mission. I would have to put it A tier. Disrupt the neighborhood. This is the one... Oh yeah, this is the one where we have to find symbols around the neighborhood. Again, I would probably put this low B. The suburbs is not my favorite trial environment. This Disrupt the neighborhood is a tedious mission where you have to find symbols around the neighborhood. Eliminate the legacy is kind of the same way. This one you're timed, I'm pretty sure. And I think the longer you go, the harder harder the trial gets. There's another one like this, except it's on Toy Factory. But this one is also not good, in my opinion. I never have fun with these two. The suburbs overall has one good mission, in my opinion, and that's Get Out the Vote. I think Get Out the Vote is a very good mission. I actually like this one, and I would have to put a date here. This is one where you have to go around houses. You do have the blacklight stuff again, where you have to find numbers around the wall, but that one is less annoying because the buildings are more lenient with you. They're more open. If multiple enemies walks into your building, you're not just going to be trapped in there. There's multiple escape routes in those buildings. And overall, it is just an open map. I don't know. Like, Get Out the Vote is just a simple concept that I do enjoy compared to a lot of other suburbs maps. And for a veteran Outlast player, they would probably agree with me that Get Out the Vote is probably the best mission on the suburbs compared to a lot of other stuff. Alright, Toy Factory, Pervert the Futterman. This one is the 45-minute one. This is low-key a C. Toy Factory is not my favorite. I think this one is long. It can get tedious. And on Psychosurgery, finding all the wax boxes is annoying. And then the final step where you have to find all of the pipes in order to fuel the little incinerator thing, that can also be kind of annoying on Psychosurgery. Overall, it is an okay mission. I would never go back to it, I guess. So yeah, I would probably put that there for now. Crush the Sex Toys. This one is a little better, but not much in my opinion. I think it is a big nothing burger. This is the one where you have to find multiple boxes of sex toys with blacklight numbers on it, and you have to put them in the grinder. This mission is actually very annoying on Psychosurgery because on each section of the map there are outside portions, and you have to turn on the generator on each outside portion. And enemies are everywhere on Psychosurgery in that outside portion. And that is the main step that kind of gets annoying. But overall, I just don't really see myself going back to this solo and beating it on Psychosurgery every day. Not compared to a lot of these other missions. Toy Factory, Flatten the Foreman. This is the one where you have to find... I actually don't remember this one. I'm pretty sure you have to find keys around the map. But if I remember this one correctly, this one is a low B tier. This one is better in my opinion than Flatten the Foreman. Crush the sex toys. Crush the toys. Honestly, nah. Oh god, where did I put it? Oh, where did it go? Wait, where did it go? Oh, crush the toys. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I would honestly put Flatten the Foreman there. It's kind of the same as Toy Factory. It's kind of a big nothing burger. I think it's okay. I never see myself going back to this though, in my opinion. Fumigate the Factory. This one, you have to find pipes around the map. It could get kind of annoying. I would honestly put this here. I do think this one is better than the other two. This one, you have to find pipes all around the map. If you know where the pipes are, because I don't think the pipe layouts change, then it is kind of a cakewalk. On Psychosurgery, this can be kind of annoying, which is why I probably put it here. I'm going to put Flatten the Foreman above this. Toy Factory, incinerate the toys. We're almost done, by the way. Incinerate the toys. This is the one where you have to push a cart full of toys. This is honestly probably the best one. Ooh, where do I want to put this one? Yeah, I would probably put that there. Overall, it's not a bad mission. This is probably the best one on Toy Factory. Or, honestly, the second best. Because I do like Shut Down the Factory. This one has you basically finding control panels around the map. 2 in each section. You have to turn them off. Or you have to turn them on. And you're able to shut down a portion of the factory. There are 4 parts of the factory. This one, honestly, is not the worst. I would honestly probably get this above Open the Gates. It is probably Toy Factory's best mission, and I do see myself going back, honestly, for more. Here, let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. TV Studio. Silence the Idol. Honestly, this mission surprised me. It really did. This mission really did surprise me. I think this mission. So first, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put TV Studio in high A tier. I think this is one of the best 45 minutes in the game. Yes, I said it. I think it is an amazing trial. Like, totally amazing trial. It is one of the goriest trials in the game. I think setting up the studios is a cool, unique section that they added. I think the blacklight little light where you have to find all the numbers on the wall is unique. And I do think the tapes on the mannequins at the end, where you have to get the tapes, replace the applause with boos at the end, I think that is also unique. And like I said, I am a sucker for the twins. I'm glad they got another trial environment. And I think Red Barrels definitely did deliver. I think TV Studio is an amazing trial. I think it's cool. Like I said, one of the goriest missions in the game. The way you execute the guy at the end is ridiculous. But overall, I do think they cooked on this. So my top 5 would definitely have to be Fun Park, Drill the Futterman, Fuel the Release on Courthouse, Redeem Your Freedom, Kill the Snitch, Solve the Murder, and Silence the Idol, top 6. I do think the 2 new trials that they added are some of my favorites in the game. Which is crazy. They definitely cooked. So shout out to Red Barrels, man. Like, 100%. Now, there you go, guys. That was my tier list. Without further ado, this was my overall opinion on every Outlast trial in the game. Coming from a guy that's played since the beta and plays on Psychosurgery mostly. I feel like I do have hella experience in this game. And yeah, this is my tier list. Remember, guys, this is my opinion. If you guys have any opinions, be sure to drop them in the comment section. I'll be sure to read over them. And I like seeing your guys' opinions, man. Like I said, this is pretty much just all my doing. And yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button or hitting a like on the video, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to do this full time and live out my dream, man. And if you guys want to check me out on Twitch, it will be in the about section of this video. We do stream Outlast trials, horror games, Dead by Daylight, etc. Anything horror, man, we do stream. And without further ado, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.